Hi, my name is Antonio Zurlo. I'm part of the Azure product team at Microsoft. What we're going to talk about today is our offer, our platform for analytics and data management, which includes like Azure components as well as very familiar environment like Excel. So we'll show you how to still staying in an environment like Excel, which is very popular, pretty much omnipresent in every company. You can still leverage like some very powerful services that come from the cloud, like Power BI, HD Insight, as well as big data analysis. My colleague Sanjay will show you a detailed demo about this offer, including visualization and the geo-visualization of results of this research. So again, imagine running your analytics on top of big data and being able to visualize everything in Excel without having to run any code for connecting different components and putting the whole story together.
Hi, my name is Sanjay Soni. I'm Technical Product Manager, part of SQL BI team. And today we're going to talk about Power BI in action at Microsoft at the Cybercrime Center. So it's all about data, right? The big data sets, the small data sets. Now instead of Windows Azure, we have something called HD Insight. So you can really literally create your own HD Insight, the whole clusters. And within a few minutes, you can really create your own clusters and get those going. Once you have that, you can literally analyze lots of data. For example, in this scenario, I'm showing you a cybercrime center scenario where we have some of the data sets from structured data. Other data sets is really from internet. You want to analyze the tweets that are coming. What is sentiment of those tweets, all that stuff. So let's say we have analyzed all this data by running the MapReduce jobs inside of SD Insight. Now the next step is all about consuming stuff inside of Excel. So in Excel, we have few add-ins. We just have a bunch of new add-ins which allow you to get data sets from different data sources. For example, here in Power Query add-in, inside of Excel, I can get data from SD Insight, which I just showed you inside of Azure, or from Hortonworks, Hadoop cluster, or even from Facebook. If you have your running marketing analytics organization, you really want to find out what are people saying, what is happening, you can get all this data set. Or the best part is right here, online search. You can simply type whatever you want to search on. For example, I'm going to type here, let's say population. So now it goes out and really finds data, not only on internet. For example, Wikipedia, I have population data here. But it could also go to, if you sign in to your portal, if you sign in here, it will go to your organization data, your secure data. And essentially, you can literally get all this data together instead of this Power Query. You can mash it up. So, for example, right here, or let's say just like right there, I can click Edit. And before you import any of the data sets, you can literally analyze this, literally filter it, really want to find out what data set you really want. So, for example, here, or I can just do this. Lots of transformations you can do inside of Excel before importing data. Once you have all this data set in one place, you can add this to data model or add to Excel. Now, of course, we all know that we could limit like 1 million rows you can have inside of Excel. But now what you can do with Power Pivot is import all this data and have hundreds of millions of rows of data inside of Excel in form of Power Pivot add-in that we have, which is in-memory BI. For example, right now I'm showing you for Cybercrime Center that we have within Microsoft, they have 3.5 million rows of this threats data right here. And you can, inside of Excel, I can literally, not only this, you can sort largest to smallest, sort less. So really, you can really work with this data set inside of Excel, mash it up. For example, diagram view. Now I have the structured data, unstructured data, and you can combine this, mash it up, right? It's all within Excel. Now that's not all. You can start visualizing that data to find trends. So for example, right here, I'm showing you the virus is called Citadel for a Cybercrime Center versus Bemetal. What is the trend overall? It's all visualization progress. But really to take the visualization to the next level, we have something called Power Map. Instead of Excel, using Power Map, you can visualize all this data. Create a simple Power Maps. It's all about stories. It's stories that you can create with data, right? And you can investigate. So what you can do here is create video, and I create a video beforehand. So now we're going to investigate together, where do you think is this virus? We have a virus, right? Virus called Seraph. It's green in color. So you see how many devices are infected by that virus. And we want to know where the botnet located. Where is botnet located? So what is botnet? bunch of robot network computers that infect millions of devices all over the world. So as you can see here very clearly, you have lots of green color on the East Coast versus West Coast. So you have lots of infections here versus here. But we don't know what's happening. So let's really go into one area in San Jose, San Francisco, for example. And here you can literally drill down into this detail. Okay, what is the impact in San Jose? So you are investigating here. By the way, this tool is actually being used, real data I'm showing you, by our cybercrime team within Microsoft. They're investigating where, for example, right here you are part of my investigation. So we are looking at Tokyo versus. Now if you go to this in Mumbai, you see this live heartbeat analysis of affected devices. As it's happening, right? As you have data right there. Now what we did is, in this data set, we got some data from internet, Twitter analytics from SD Insight. So I have that data here showing you how many tweets are coming from this area versus that area. So we can help this area more than other one. Now the answer to my question, where is the botnet located, is really located on this part of the world. So here we are going to put number of affected devices in this part of the world. So you see lots of infections in this part on right there. Then suddenly the infection stops here. So the botnet is located somewhere in this area. But let's just pause this and take you to the best part of the demo. So the best is right here. What I showed you was an Excel file with a bunch of add-ins, right? We just published it to powerbi.com. And on powerbi.com, you can open this, but you can also do this. Search with Power BI Q&A. And here you can type English language questions. I'm going to do one right now. Affected. As I'm typing questions, it's going to show me answers and kind of keep guessing for me, what am I looking for? Affected devices per country, enable content. And now it's going to show you essentially how many devices are there. You ask English questions, natural language questions, and answers come back in this. If you don't like this, go to bar chart, And in bar chart, I can say per country, per threat. So now you're changing the answer for you depending on what you are typing here, per country, per threat. And essentially, you can look at this. So safest places to live are not on the top, I guess, in terms of infections. Those will be at the bottom of the chart. That will be there. But then what we can also do is I can right here, last question I'm going to type here is per country versus number of devices. Devices per 100 people. So that's how you can investigate in this map, for example, in this chart here, lots of infections, lots of devices. We are looking for those areas where we have lots of devices but not enough infections. So this tool, just to summarize everything I showed you, we started with SD Insight, where you can really get your big data like tweets, do your analysis, and have that data ready. Then we go to Excel, and using Power Query add-in, you get this world's data, the structured, unstructured, semi-structured data. Then you analyze all this using Power Pivot, millions of rows of data in Excel. Then visualize this using Power Map, publish that file to powerbi.com, and you can ask English language questions here to get all this information. BI with imagination. Thank you.